Hello there to all my beautiful friends and family. We are in Chula Vista visiting a fixer flipper property, 3-bed and 2-bath that is just under $1 million with barely just around 890K, which is relatively really affordable, especially where you're living here at a corner houses. If you were able to look, it is a super busy street, but that also means that it leads to a lot of good transportation and easy going to access to places. So since it's a busier street, you got no car that could park in front of your house, except you're on the side, so you also have other places to park. But just looking at this itself, you have plenty of a parking out here on your own driveway as well as the garage. But with this house, it's a fixer-upper, so I could simply tell you some of the part that might have needed some issue to fix up, such as heating, and in such a heat wave nowadays, it's not as sustainable. But in terms of everything else, we'll take a look at around the house from the side and all the way into the inside. Because it's not the biggest, it does have a lot of land in the front, so you do have a lot of grass that you need to be taking care of in the front. And you also have this big tree down in the front of the house that you need to be taking care of. But everything else across the street is all multi-family unit, which is apartment, as you may tell here. And as you turn around this way, you walk up this driveway is where you enter into your home. It's where you got this, not the biggest window, but a giant window that you look through and you enter. So it's more rare where I do $1 million property and then now you see listing that it's under $1 million, which they all have this own unique point and the reason why. And this is located in Chula Vista in the 91910 location, which is very close to Chula Vista downtown. If you really want to participate often in such as activity in the downtown area or whichever, then you could be easy going with it. So once you look in here, the moment I walked in, I was a little bit confusing with all of these lighting design, but maybe this is where the area you would ideally have your dining table, where you have a sweet family of 5 or so living in this home, or 4. You have your kid going down to school, maybe just a few blocks down the street since you're in the downtown area, Chula Vista. And right here, the population are very condensed. As you can see across the street, you have apartment. So it is a heavy dense pop location, but you also hear out here, it's a busier street. So you will always hear car sound here, which the location is not the greatest. But when you look at this part of the home, a little bit surprising, where they have the little storage room pantry with a glass window that kind of just open it up and go in. Well, walk-in storage, I'll say. So since everything is brand new, sort of the cabinet, as you may see, but this is a little bit tinier, so not quite sure what you could store there besides just a bunch of flavoring maybe and the seasoning. So you look toward this side, you have your stove, which is a newer one where you have 5 of them, but I'm assuming you will only use 2 of them to cook mainly in the back, as well as the oven and a brand new refrigerator. So this house is technically just move-in ready because everything you got is new. And then this leads to the garage, which is super hot in here because they probably didn't do any of the heat stuff to extract out all the heat or keep it away. And especially in summer, like right now, the moment I open this door, it's like a sauna room, which I don't want to bother to go in there at all. It's just crazily hot. However, you do have a back entry to go inside of here, which leads to more opportunities, such as you renting this out and house hack this home as an investment, especially in here in Chula Vista. And as you see across the street, you have so many people. That means you do have a dense population of people who want to rent here. So you have 2 gates that could enter, which is both way in this little backyard area. So if you maybe put in some work, get the garage fixed up, you probably could rent out maybe like a 1-bath, one bed of a studio, whichever type you desire. And you look toward this way, this is one of the other rooms that is much bigger. And this home just gives me a vibe of how when I first got to a rental house where they took out a lot of space and then to build it into a extra living area where you could just fit in more room and then put up the value of the home. So luckily they didn't spike up the value into like $1 million listing, which most of the fixer-upper home you will see nowadays in San Diego be like. This home is only just around 800K, which I'm sure that's like the bottom line. If you go down more, it's nearly improbable. The buyer just wouldn't accept the offer. So the bathroom are just all new, like a regular modern fixer-upper. And I really like the way they kept this whole entire area. Rather than most of the bathroom, you see they only keep like chunk of this. So I definitely love it. They also have windows in the bathroom. It's just, at least it doesn't feel so like hot and then stuffy in the bathroom, you know? So you look out to this way, another room. So right now it's much darker. So you do see, even on a great day, if you open this up, let me see, how would this work? You will still have a bunch of natural lighting, but this room is just a little bit more noisier because you're going out toward the street and people may hear you. And it often get a little bit noisy. And a car just showed up out of nowhere, but okay. And as you look out to this way, you have your closet, not too crazy, a simple basic one. And then as you move toward here, this is, I'll consider your main living room area for your master bedroom. Because this is not even that big to be considered a master bedroom, but if you compare the price in Claremont and the location, maybe Claremont would make sense, which is why they're around $1 million. But if you're more closer to the Chula Vista downtown, this property will be it. Maybe your best choice around with the price, with 3 baths and everything brand new. Can't call it modern luxury because it's not up to $1 million yet. And in this room, you have a walk-in closet, which is quite unique and different. And it's just a lot of storage space. How they just put out this section to be a walk-in closet. So all your room have your own closet, and especially that room, you even have your own bathroom. And you don't have much of a living room space, but it does what a regular family house does. You have some window down here, you have your own driveway. But in this house, remember, you got a lot of grass to take care of, as well as a lot of people ins and out here, so a lot of foot traffic around here. So maybe something you might be concerned about your safety around here in Chula Vista, and I'll definitely be sure, if you were DMing, I'll put out more research about this location right here, 91910. But in everything else, this is probably the lowest price on the market in maybe Chula Vista. Maybe with the value as well, is a high value property that I could find on the market with such a more of a fixer-upper, move-in ready home, but without being $1 million as crazy as other property. And as well as the 3-bedroom are pretty reasonable, honestly, with the sizing. If you're comparing to other places where they would just turn one of the room into like an office space. But above all, let me know what you guys think of this property, and I'll see you guys on the next one.